I'm back again. It's been a while since my last vlog on Freshers, so I thought I would update you with what I've been doing since then. So it's been an exciting month, and since I've started back we have had 2 workshops with professionals in the industry, specifically choreographers and companies. The first workshop we had was with a lady called Avatara, who runs AVA Dance Company. She came in and the first thing we did with her was read some of her general ideas on choreography. And most of the sheet is just about how she choreographs, and the thing that I found most interesting was basically on this sheet it says 7 principles and 7 strategies of how to make choreography. For example, her 7 principles are dissociation, isolation, tension, proprioception, expression, precision, and techniques. And her strategies are contrast, speed, rhythm, travel, counter intuition / copying, repetition, and freedom. What we did in her workshop was work on a few of these principles. We specifically worked on dissociation and isolation and performed tasks to help us with these. We did a lot of improvisation tasks to do with isolation, which I found very tricky. She basically made us isolate different parts of our body, but in separate speeds, in separate contrast, and in separate rhythms, like it says on her sheet. This was really difficult because she said isolate something and make sure it's something that you would not normally isolate, and also make sure you are literally only isolating that one set part of the body. It was difficult because when you think of isolating, let's say, your ribs, you also want to isolate your head. So if I was isolating my ribs, in theory my head would go with it, but I found myself going like, which obviously is not correct. We then went on to make up our own dances. These were short sequences and she gave us a stimulus, which was there is something in the corner, for example an alien, that you are reacting to. Are you scared of it? Do you want to be its friend, etc. Then put us in groups and told us to perform the dance in different ways, which all goes with her 7 strategies. To me, this would be really, really useful for choreographing, because in my 3rd year we have to choreograph a 7 to 10 minute piece on a specific choreographer. I chose a physical theatre company called Gecko, and these are all things that I can take on board. Also, just having Avatara in was inspirational in a different way. She is a really strong woman who's gone out and created her own company and gets to do what she wants, and she emphasised that to us. Now, making up a company is not particularly something I've ever thought of. However, Avatara definitely inspired me to think more outside the box and think about how I want to work and how I want to be as a dancer. Our next workshop was with Stopgap. We often have workshops with them, and every time we do, it's so inspiring. In their workshop we did a few things that I really enjoyed. Firstly, we did a task where we had to take the movement they did and transfer it onto our own bodies. So it was a small section of choreography that we would copy. We then went on and did the same thing but with a duet. After that they then said you make up your own duet with your own isolations and restrictions. This did actually make some really interesting movement, and it's something that I could definitely use in my choreography. We also had to use props, which was really, really, really good for my choreography, because co-physical theatre use a lot of props and a lot of transitions in their work. And at the moment I'm struggling on how to fit props into my choreography, but I'm hoping if I watch a lot of Gecko shows, something will come to me eventually. In all, on the workshop side, I am not comfortable with choreography and I never have been, but these are really helping out. Also, just doing a lot of improvisation is really helping me to find movement that I would have never had in my 1st or 2nd year, ever. The last thing I would like to tell you guys about is the Friday just gone, third years at Creative Academy did a mock audition. It was a heels class first and then a contemporary class. In the contemporary audition, we started by doing a class and then went on to a task, because Sunita rightly told us that in quite a lot of contemporary auditions they won't do a dance as such, but they'll do creative tasks to see how your brain works, to see how you work as a team. Now, I worked with Millie in this and I didn't get through the first round, so I didn't get to improvise. Personally, this wasn't a surprise to me that I didn't get through, but it was a surprise to me that I got through on the heels and not the contemporary. If it was going to be any way, I'd assume it would be the other way around. However, I do love commercial and I do love dancing in heels, and I do hope that one day I am good enough to go to a commercial audition. I don't ever expect to excel in the style of dance, but I do want to broaden my horizons. So at the moment, the thing that I'm least comfortable with is commercial dance, and I'm hoping that throughout this term, where I have my commercial techniques exam and have to freestyle, I gain a lot more confidence in the style. And if I do, my plan is to go on and by graduation have done at least one commercial dance audition. Oh, and just a quick update on how my role as assistant coordinator is going. I'm keeping up to date with my minutes. People are responding to me quite well, and I am finding myself already helping out with things just purely because I seem to have quite a lot of time on my hand at the moment. So I've been helping out finding venues for our events, helping out doing the research for the bonfire night and the Halloween night. I've also found a performer, one of my friends, who will sing at the semester ball if we want her to, as entertainment. So anyway, that's all I've got to tell you for today. I look forward to speaking again, and goodbye.